Hi, I'm Batsheva Frankel from Overthrowing Education, a part of the Education Podcast Network, just like the show you're listening to now. Shows on the network are individually owned, and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other interesting education podcasts at edupodcastnetwork.com.
Welcome, everybody, to this episode of the Ninth Grade Experience podcast. I'm your host, Chris Stuchko, and we are here in the middle of July, getting ready to start season 5 of the podcast. So it's crazy to think that we've made it to season 5, but we're really excited because this year we will hopefully have a special guest joining us. I'm trying to talk him into monthly to kind of update us on how life as a freshman is going. So sitting across from me is my son, Cole, who now in the 5th season of the podcast, I finally have somebody that's going to be able to tell me on a daily basis about their 9th grade experience. So we're here in July. We're getting ready to start the school year. So Cole is going to kind of fill us in on where his thought process is about going into his freshman year and kind of things that he's kind of looking forward to. So Cole, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, always happy to be here.
Yep. And I didn't really give him a choice. So I kind of told him that we were going to try this out. We're going to see how it goes. And then we're just going to kind of see, if people want to, let's hear more of Cole, maybe he'll be on more. If they want to hear less of him, then I guess
I'm done then.
He's going to have to deal with the
backlash.
So if you're listening to this or watching this and you know Cole or you know us or you want to participate in the podcast, we are looking for a name to the segment. So if you have a creative name for what we can call this portion of our show, let us know. You can either write in on our Instagram page, 9th Grade Experience, or on Twitter at Chris Stuchko, or you can go to 9thgradeexperience.com and then you can leave us a comment. So we're looking for a name for this segment with Cole. So, remember, keep it school appropriate, keep it remember that he might, get Googled in 10 years from now. So, school appropriate here. So we're not going to call it anything today. So we'll see if by the time we record one in August, one of your friends has listened and has come up with a cool name or something like that.
Or maybe I will. I don't know.
Or if Cole's going to come up with a cool name. I asked him to do it this morning and
I didn't do it.
Didn't come up with a name yet.
What is it? The Cole cast is the first thing I came up with, and that's what I've decided.
Okay, so if people don't give a new name, we're gonna call it the Cole cast, the portion of the 9th grade experience, and we'll see how it goes from there. But if not, maybe we'll come up with some different names or some other stuff from there as well too. So, Cole, we're here at the end of July. This will be our recording as leading into July. So when we talk in August, it'll be after you actually probably go back to school.
We'll probably you'll probably make me do it after the first day of school.
Maybe after the first day of school. So there you go. So where are your thoughts at this point, getting ready to go into your freshman year?
So obviously moving from the middle school level to the high school level is a big jump in, meeting new people or just having more people around. And also having more opportunities to do different things, because at the middle school level you were kind of limited about your choices in terms of what you actually want to take class wise, which I think at the high school level is much better because you can pick and choose exactly what you want to do. Where at the middle school level they make you take a bunch of different classes that most kids really aren't interested in. And they really only like one or two of the classes that they make them take, which I think is good.
So you've had a chance to see in the way that it was presented. So you now have at least seen the classes that you have. I don't know if you remember them all, but, I think everything that we had signed up for, you got. So can you let people know if you remember some of the stuff that you're kind of taking next school year, just to kind of give them an idea on the class loads?
So let's see. I am taking all the required classes, health, gym, stuff like that. I'm taking English, CP, geometry, honors, German 2, What else am I taking? Math.
The world or American Studies honors.
American Studies honors.
The principles
of engineering. The STEM physics class.
Yep.
And not FCS, was it Skills for Living,
Skills for Living. So you
and
have a
that's about it.
So you have a pretty full schedule. So there was, and I think some of our freshmen that are listening or people that, know there was that one random day where the schedules were made live and, they took them down pretty quickly. So we kind of saw those. They're not guaranteed to be the schedule. If you didn't have a chance to see it in that little window of time, I've been telling people that, it was like early in July and Cole, it was like a Saturday morning. And I guess you must have received a lot of different messages from people saying, check your schedule, check your
Yeah,
schedule.
I saw that people posted that their schedules are up, which I don't know. I woke up at like I woke up at like 8:15 that day. I don't know why people were up at 7 a.m. on a random summer day checking their schedules.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's one of those things
But
where
someone had to have been.
somebody checked it and then it kind of trickled out. But again, if you are a freshman, incoming freshman, that it may not be your schedule. So please make sure that you understand that what you saw in that time frame might not be exactly what you have. So make sure you kind of match it up. And I think the schedules will be live in August. I know they're working on the schedule still as we speak to make sure everything is kind of all cleared up there. So was there something on your schedule that you were pretty excited to see, or maybe, kind of something that we had talked about you potentially taking?
Nothing that I was excited about seeing or shocked, because I think we literally got everything that we really wanted. The only thing that surprised me was that I think, is it for a quarter of the year or half a year, I'm gonna have two study halls on one day according to the schedule they gave off, which kind of stinks because it would probably be better for course managing for my own sake if we could just have like one on A day and one on B day, but it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, so there was in the early version of the schedule that we did see, you had like a back-to-back study hall. Like it might have even been to start the day or something. But again,
No,
all
I
that
think no, it was the end of the day. It was
end of
three.
the
It
day, that's
was
right.
3 and 4.
So again, that's all subject to change. But again, we will if that happens and Cole has that on his schedule, I'm sure we will talk about like what that looks like on your day. How do we kind of work around that, adjust around it? Like what are you seeing kind of in the study hall there as well too? So have you gotten any sort of like, in talking to your friends or anybody this summer, like are they excited to go back to school? Like what kind of buzz have you been hearing as we've kind of gone through the month here of July about, getting ready to go back to school?
So I think people I think people are still having fun this summer, but I think that people are also like I think they're excited on going into high school, but also at the same time nervous. I think a lot of people are honestly kind of scared about going into high school because, well, especially because when we were in 6th grade, that was the shortened school year. Then it was 7th grade, which was all messed up, and then all of a sudden we were in 8th grade, which is like the very top of the school, and we get used to, you know, bullying all the little 6th graders around. But
There's for the record, no bullying, but go ahead.
yeah, but now I think that the reality is set in for most people that we're now going to be at the very bottom of the school, and we're not going to really know what to do. People are going to get lost on the first day, and I think people are also excited for new opportunities and to meet new people, and to finally be done with middle school.
So yeah, so I think there's that anticipation, and I know for yourself, I know you've been doing some stuff with the freshman basketball team, like getting ready for tryouts, and I know some of our athletes, some of your friends that played football have been lifting with the football team and soccer. So I think and I know that cheerleading is going on a little bit over the summer. So I think a lot of our ninth grade students that are involved in something, and we kind of talk about that a whole lot, that involvement piece is really important. And I think, you'll see that kind of as you go forward of kind of like being involved in those kinds of things as well, too. So I think, kind of starting to get to know some people, like you have the, advantage of being on a team and you kind of get to know those people as well. So I'm just trying to think of other things like, obviously you have not listened to all of my previous 100 podcasts.
No,
I don't
unfortunately
know if you've
not.
listened to mostly any of them, but is there anything like, as you kind of go into it, like you obviously, like I work at the school.
Yeah.
I kind of have taught with freshmen for a while. So you kind of know the ins and outs of that. So do you think that gives you an advantage to like have
Yeah,
somebody at the high school
I
like
was
that?
gonna comment on that later, but like especially for you working there, it puts me in a kind of positive and negative way because sure, I already know how to basically get around the school. I know like I know roughly where certain things are, so I won't be like getting lost the first day of school. And I know where like things are. But there's also a bad part of it because you know some of the teachers that I'll be having next year, which means they'll probably be going either more tough on me, or if I get in trouble, they're gonna tell you directly, or whatever. So there are positive and negatives of you working there, but it's okay, I guess.
And that's something that we're going to hopefully explore on some episodes later in the season as well too. I'm not the only teacher in the building that has a ninth grader coming in this year. So hopefully maybe we'll be able to sit down with a whole bunch of people and have a conversation about how that's going to go. And, maybe that'll be one of the things as we kind of go through maybe when we get to like September or whatever. So we have all these different ideas for different topics for each of the months. I'm sure you're going to try to recruit some of your friends to be on. So I'm excited to kind of see.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else here as we're kind of, getting towards the summer. I know the freshman orientation is in August. I believe it's August 17th. So make sure if you're kind of watching this, make sure that you're looking on the website. They'll have more information there. Hopefully I can have something that maybe you'll be able to watch as part of that. I don't know. I got to talk to the people that are running that, but hopefully I can get myself involved in that in a little bit. I know next week I have a plan to talk to our new principal here at the high school. So that will give us a little bit more.
Is that the new ninth grade principal or just overall principal?
Well, next week when we talk to the principal, it's the new overall principal, but they have adjusted the way that like the school counselors and the principals and everybody, how that's going to look for the school year. So next, when we talk to Mrs. Gariello, the new principal, we are going to address those issues of like, what is it going to look like for freshmen? Because it's not the same as it's been where Mr. Fortier has been the ninth grade principal for several years, and Mrs. Demchek and Mr. McInerney, who I think if you're coming up from the middle school, those were people that came into your classes to talk to you about different stuff. They may not be your counselor now because they've redistributed how that's going to look for next school year. So there are a lot of changes that are coming to the high school, but you haven't been there yet. So it's kind of good. So maybe next week when we talk to Ms. Gariello, we'll be able to highlight a couple of those and kind of go through some of those things to kind of give some more context for those as well too. So the next time that we talk will probably be after we started school, which we kind of talked about. So what do you hope that process from now we're going to be away on vacation for a little bit. So when we come back, we'll be like really kind of ready to go to school.
Yeah.
But like, so are you going to do anything between now and the first day of school besides for getting school supplies to kind of get yourself ready? Or like, are there things that maybe you want to look more into or kind of getting yourself ready to go?
Well, one thing I plan to do is complete some sort of summer reading assignment. I don't know what that's going to look like, if it's going to be The Hungry Hungry Caterpillar or War and Peace. That's a 1,000-page book, but we'll read something.
Yeah, something in between those two. And we kind of know who your prospective English teacher might be. So I don't think that person would appreciate The Hungry Hungry Caterpillar, but something a little bit more challenging, I think would be kind of good, but we'll kind of see what that is. But that's a good message to our students that are listening, that if you do have to complete something for English, or if you are in a high level math class or something else, maybe you might have some summer work that you can be doing. So make sure that you go on the website and you check on those things to make sure you have that all kind of taken care of there. Anything else that you're going to kind of do?
No. Yeah, probably not really. Other than reading something for summer reading. I just feel bad for the kids that are taking honors that have to read like 3 books over the summer. Like I barely have time to read 1 book. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to read 3?
Hey, they signed up for that. So that's something that they need to figure out. So hopefully they like reading and pick good stuff. Maybe we'll head on over and do like a tour or something before we go. Because we're going to be away during the orientation time. So, but you can kind of always go over. But if you are listening at home or watching at home, and you're not, make sure you're paying attention to stuff on the school website, because they will list all those times that you can go in and take tours and do the orientation and get that stuff all together and taken care of too. So, anything else that you want to add in there? Like any highlights of the summer or anything that, anything you want to humble brag about that we've been doing?
No, I'm okay.
No, you just been busy playing basketball, trying to stay
Yeah.
out of the heat, going on family vacations and
Family.
family day trips, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah, family
having,
would be annoying. Yeah.
enjoying your last summer, maybe without having like a real job, no job going into your
Yeah.
ninth grade year, doing
Yeah,
stuff for
okay.
your grandmother, but
That's okay.
yeah, you don't want to work yet.
No, not right now.
No, I don't blame you. So, but I know some of our students that are listening might have summer jobs. So if you're having a summer
Well,
job,
some of my friends are working and I mean they're making decent money, but I don't think they're making enough to warrant being out in the 90-degree heat 5 days a week in the hot sun.
yeah. So again, for people that are working, you have a lifetime of working. So if you can get away with not doing a job over the summer, at least for your freshman year, I think that's a good plan. So I'm thankful for Cole for coming in and talking with us today. Hopefully hopefully if you're one of his friends, you're smashing the subscribe button and the like button and all the other things.
Yes.
Letting people know, that he's going to be on and he's doing all sorts of stuff here. But we're going to have him on once a month or so and, kind of catching up. And, again, if you want a different name other than the Cole Cast, make sure you're reaching out to us through all the different ways that we have that, that you can reach out. But again, go to ninthgradeexperience.com, subscribe on YouTube, Ninth Grade Experience, or you can listen to this if you're listening to the audio version as well too. So Cole, thanks a lot for joining us.
Yep.
And then the next time that we're together on the podcast, you will officially be a freshman at Emmaus High School. And that is really crazy to think, huh?
Yeah.
This will be I think my 14th year in the school district or 13th, close to it. And it's crazy to think that when I started working there, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I would be there when my son starts there. And here we are.
Yeah, what are we? Well, a little bit more than a month away.
Well, a month away. So, thanks to everybody that's watching. If you have any questions or you have ideas for episodes, feel free to reach out to us. There's a contact form on our website. You can just hit that and leave a message and I will see it. And hopefully we have some willing and able students that want to participate in the school year this year and want to come on the podcast. And maybe the Cole Cast is what's going to encourage people to come on. So Cole, thanks a lot for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your summer. I will obviously be there for most of it. So hopefully we can, make some good memories leading into the ninth grade year.
Yep. And then I have one more thing to add. I do not know when the merch is coming. Please stop asking me.
Yeah, so apparently people keep asking Cole, when is Ninth Grade Experience podcast merchandise coming? If there is this great groundswell for people, I'm wearing the shirt. So if you're watching the video, this is a limited edition, 1-of-1 shirt that I purchased myself off of Sticker Mule on a sale. But if you keep contacting Cole and you really, really want to buy a shirt, I can make them. I have some stickers too. So if you want to be a guest, I have stickers. That way you can earn a sticker. But, don't stop bugging Cole for the merch. If people want to buy it, let me know. And maybe we'll put something together. And you can be like my podcast branding people. I don't know. So, yeah. So Cole doesn't have it. There's no secret stash of shirts. This is literally the only one, the one that I'm wearing on my back. So,
yes.
So if you want to buy a limited edition 1-of-1 t-shirt, we can negotiate that. But other than that, there's no merch. But maybe this is the year that people want the shirts. And
yeah, I think they do.
If the fans want the shirts, we'll have to figure out a way. So that's on the horizon too. Maybe there'll be a whole new merchandise as well. Maybe I'll
merch line
hook up with the school store. Who knows?
So you're gonna sell it at the school store?
Who knows? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to talk to Mrs. Espinshade to get in a little spot at the school store. If we
there you go.
Who knows? So lots of great ideas. Like again, if you have ideas and you want to chime in and let us know, feel free. And thanks a lot for joining us on the first episode of season 5 of the Ninth Grade Experience podcast.
Go.